Archer and the Devil.
Welcome to episode 22 of Archer
and the Devil.
And the Devil.
Why have you gone American?
Did I?
Yeah, a little bit. Welcome to Archer and the Devil.
Archer and the Devil. We have a new, if you're watching.
Yes.
I can move my hand here.
Yeah, we can do this now. Big shout out to Martin, one of my friends, for printing this out last minute.
If you're listening, we have a big logo on the wall now.
Sorry to ruin your lives, but if you did watch the podcast before and you did see it there, it wasn't actually real.
It was Photoshop.
It was very
It
much...
was post-edit.
It was post-edit, yes. But now it's real. Look,
but the problem is I'm very animatic with my hands.
Yes. So we had a lot of...
My hands being hidden.
Disappearing.
But now that won't happen.
No, it's very good. So thank you, Martin.
Thank you, Martin.
How have you been?
I've been good, man.
Sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
How you been?
Oh, there we go. We got there in the end. Thanks for that. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, but that means you're only asking me how I've been, so I can ask you how you've been.
Correct. That's how a podcast works. We have to talk about shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's kind of the situation.
A bit selfish, but...
I've had a tough week.
Okay, go on, because I haven't.
It's been tough to be on the internet this week. Really has.
So when you say you've had a tough week,
yeah,
you've been all right,
yeah,
but the internet hasn't.
No.
No.
It's been a tough week.
I was about to say this might be a serious one, but given the way our podcast go, it might be a serious 20 minutes.
No. There's just a lot. It's just a lot going on, isn't there?
As you would say, strap in, people.
There's a lot. No, it's not going to get serious. There's just a lot of fucking idiots about, isn't there?
There is a lot.
And there's so much ammunition for them.
The problem is there's a lot of idiots with what they feel is the means to express their idiocy and feel justified in doing so.
Please hold. I need to put my podcast cap on. Got to rip the hooters.
Now we're talking. Now we're in business.
Now we're better. But no, there's just a lot of...
Do you want to go on? Go on.
I mean,
just go.
Number one of the list is obviously good old vaccine back in the news. This week it's about, well, next week, this week.
They're rolling it out.
When this comes out, it will already have been rolled out.
It's the 8th, isn't it?
Yeah, Wednesday. Tuesday it's supposed to be coming out. So
today's Sunday.
Today's Wednesday.
If you're listening, today's Wednesday.
But the
real world,
the old, I don't know, man. So me and my uncle, we spar a lot on Facebook, shall we call it, backwards and forwards. There's certain things we agree on, there's certain things there isn't. The number one being Lewis Hamilton. He doesn't agree on my whole appreciation. But it just seems that 15, 20 years ago, right, if you went to the doctor, your GP, your general practitioner, your medical expert in your life, and you went to him and he said, look, you need this vaccine, it's good for you. You would have gone, okay, what does it do?
You probably wouldn't have even known the word vaccine. You would have been like,
you need this injection, this jab, whatever you want to call it. What's it for? Oh, it's for TB. It's for fucking measles, mumps and rubella. Whatever. Polio. Fucking whatever they used to have back in the day.
Polio's a good one.
Have this injection. Why? Because one day it might save your life. Okay, that sounds like a good enough reason.
Not good in terms of the disease was good.
No, look, it's a good reason to take the... So everyone took it. Nobody got the illness.
Yep.
Kind of the point.
Yep.
Saves your life, saves other people around you. Everyone's happy. Nobody that I know of really had any ill effects from it. When you're vaccinating 60 million people, chances are it's going to affect you or one or two people in a slightly different way.
Paracetamol has a warning on it.
You read the side effects from paracetamol and it's death. It's fucking all the horrible shit. Then you read the same as every other medication and it's all the fucking same. They're all just...
Yeah,
exactly.
Side effects.
Exactly. So you go to your doctor and the doctor would say, take this. You would ask why. I would assume you would ask why.
Yeah.
Because we're all,
curious.
Generally
species.
Curious people.
Yep.
Why do I need to take this? Because in our medical science, we have proven that it will help you in the long run. Okay, doctor, I trust you. Trust me, I'm a doctor. It used to be quite a big thing.
It used to be a thing.
Quite a big thing.
You could say, we're talking to a girl, trust me, I'm a doctor.
Trust me, I'm a doctor. And you go, okay, you're a doctor. You know what you're doing. You've been to college. You've been to university. You know what I mean?
You've got the diploma in a frame.
It's kind of one of them things.
I'm sold.
I'll take it, no problem.
It's a nice professional looking diploma.
I've never died of TB.
So
You
far.
know what I mean? And I had a TB jab when I was at school.
Same.
Not a problem. It was fucking horrible, but we all went there. Fast forward.
And did you ask what was in it?
No.
Did you ask how long it had been made
No,
for?
but I assumed my parents knew.
They didn't.
And they gave me the okay.
And
to
now
have it
you
done.
know they didn't either.
No, probably not.
No
But
one did.
fast forward 20 years later, we now have the internet.
Yeah.
What does the internet do?
Gives you a platform to be an idiot.
And more importantly, what's the internet primarily for?
Fake information.
No, for finding out
videos.
information. Leonardo DiCaprio memes.
Yes.
Mostly for information, correct? The information
Just thought of an edit.
superhighway. Yes, that's what its nickname is. The
Yes.
information superhighway.
That's what it was. But
So
we knew
let's
what
get
it was.
information.
That's what it
So,
was before we realised it was just cat memes and Leonardo DiCaprio.
so the new vaccine comes out. What do people do?
Complain initially, primarily, mainly, that the government are injecting us with a tracking device.
Do these people check?
Oh, no.
No. Do these people ask questions?
No.
No. Do they try and find any information whatsoever about anything other than what Steve down the road says on Facebook?
Survey says.
No. There's whole sites dedicated to fact checking stuff. Not just one. Apparently, that's also a big conspiracy.
The fact checking websites for conspiracy.
Snopes. That's Snopes. Oh, yeah, that's under control by the lizards. The lizard people. They just put that on there to control the fucking... Honestly, you can't fucking win. You cannot fucking
Those
win.
fucking lizards.
I just don't... It's like...
Have you heard of the hard reset?
No.
So some right wing people have decided that there's a thing. I did research it, but it made me stupider, so I think I've forgotten most of it. But they believe that we're currently undergoing the hard. I really hope no one researches off their own back now and goes, that seems convincing. It's not. Don't believe it. The government.
Hard reset. What's
The
the
hard. It's like, so you're resetting society.
In what? In how?
How they want it controlled. So you know Viva Vendetta?
I remember the film.
So
I don't remember watching
There
it.
was a virus outbreak.
Right.
I think it was a virus outbreak where the government had to take complete and absolute power and control. And then they basically create a kind of totalitarian system where they control people, they have curfews, you're not allowed out after a certain time, everything, what you view, kind of like China is now. So there's a whole thing in China where in cinema they make films where if there's Doctor Strange, they had to change a character because he was Tibetan. In the comic books, Tibetan in history, and they changed it to a white woman instead, so they can show the film in China. And it's kind of that whole, or North Korea, I guess, totalitarian, and that's what people are worried about. That's what they think is going to happen, is that our government are trying to implement rulership.
Yeah, but that's the answer. What are they trying to achieve? Control.
Yeah.
Okay. What about it? Control. No, I get that. I heard you the first time. But how? They're trying to
They want to
control us. Yeah, I know, but how? With the vaccine. Yeah, why? Control. That's all you get. You don't get an answer. You just get bullshit. And then in the end, like you just said, you feel stupider by even asking the question.
Yeah.
You just get to know what? Yeah, you win, sound. Yeah, you've controlled me into not giving a fuck about your opinion anymore. Shut up.
I like that.
It's just too much.
But the thing is, it's not even like, because it's like, okay, but you know the virus is real though. No. They made that as well.
Yeah, it's not.
For control.
People still think it came from a bat.
I think
Fucking idiots.
I think I remember saying it might have been episode 10. Right? That long ago.
Yeah.
That I think people will think that the virus was created so that people would be, and the vaccine was postponed.
Right.
I'm air quoting right now.
Yeah.
So people, by the time it was here, they'd be desperate for it.
Oh, okay.
And that was the ideology. People would be like, that's what they've done.
But it's not like that.
But it didn't happen, so I thought, okay, I was wrong. People aren't that stupid. Go forward about 5 months.
Yeah,
Turns
they're
out,
still stupid.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing. Remembered. So, another conspiracy. Do you remember the whole 5G?
Yes.
So, there's a company on the internet.
Oh, I remember.
You were not supposed to say that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a company on the internet that has cashed in on, should we say cashed in on people's stupidity?
Seen an opportunity and taking it.
So what they've done is people was terrified of 5G. It's going to get in my head. It's going to do all this.
It's getting in my clothes.
I can't
It's in my
cope.
coffee.
It needs to stop. It's killing me, etc., etc. So, I don't know if they're callous. I think they're quite clever. Companies have gone, tell you what we'll do. We'll save you from the 5G. We'll give you a router Faraday cage.
A cage.
So a Faraday cage basically stops all electronic signals. You put your car key in a Faraday cage, nobody can boost the signal, all that sort of stuff. Supposedly a microwave is a Faraday cage, but I don't think that's strictly true. But this company has said, we're going to sell Faraday cages for your Wi-Fi router at home so you don't get infected by 5G.
How much are they?
I don't know. $50 odd, $60.
Okay.
People have gone, fuck yeah. Get me one of them. Keep that 5G out of my head. Lance, get the 5G cage. I imagine that was the case.
Was Chad the one telling him?
So, they sold them on Amazon. What does Amazon do? Allow you to leave reviews. Jeff Bezos, you're fucking daft. He's like, I'm having a bit of this. So these people put these Faraday cages on Amazon and people bought them.
Go on, give me a review.
One star.
One star.
Margarita left a review. 1 star. Decreases Wi-Fi signal.
Shocking.
This box does work at keeping radiation in, but also Wi-Fi
Can't get out.
will not. What? But also Wi-Fi will not decrease the signal by 90. I think she's.
Right.
Apparently, Margarita's not that intelligent.
I mean, maybe all the margaritas got to her.
So.
Or him. Or they.
But the Wi-Fi will not work. Decreases the signal by 90%. So they've put their router in a box.
In a box which
That
prevents
blocks electronic signals. And she's now complaining. Really wanted to like it, but it was in the other room of the house, so we can't use our Wi-Fi. Also, the seller keeps the shipping fee, $2. Fuming she is about the shipping fee.
Sorry about that.
No. They're $190. Sorry.
So $190.
$190. My bad. Blocks about 90% of Wi-Fi router. While you can still use the router, it blocks 5G. That was... he didn't leave a name.
He didn't leave a name. Anonymous. John Doe.
Didn't leave a name. Amazon customer.
Okay.
They was that angry about this router, they didn't even bother setting up an account. They just went straight in, Amazon customer, done. Devices that were 1 star.
1 star.
1 star. Devices that were previously located about 30 to 40 feet from the router that used to have full signal strength don't even connect to it anymore.
They don't connect anymore.
I had to remove the cage.
I'm shocked. But how's he going to protect himself from 5G now?
I had to remove the cage from the router, and now the return window is closed. I'm stuck with this useless $100 plus metal cage. We'll try and sell it on Craigslist. Amazon customer is not happy.
You know what the thing is?
Wait, there's more.
Oh, okay.
Rob, 1 star. Wi-Fi signal was reduced significantly. He was not that bothered.
Okay.
He was just pissed off enough to let people know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so people are genuinely upset that the 5G protection that they bought them.
The tinfoil hat on their head stopped reasonable thought entering.
That almost is what it is, isn't it?
Essentially.
It's like if we could issue all of the idiots a Faraday cage, they wouldn't be able to use the internet.
The fact that ironically, the perception has become the tinfoil hat. For you to literally buy one for a
That's
motor.
effectively what, that's exactly what you've done.
But I think it does lead to a bigger problem. And the bigger problem is the lack of self-awareness that people have.
Could you imagine going to work and Margarita walks in, you're on your break, it's 10 o'clock, everyone's sat down. You've always got that one person that you work with that's that guy, that's the ranter.
Yeah.
Corona's not real. Fuck 5G. How was your day, Margarita? Oh, bought a Faraday cage. All right, what's that? Stops all the 5G. You know 5G's not a thing. Listen, right, I've bought 5G. Faraday cage, fucking shit's not getting to me. Okay, Margarita sound. I'm going to put it on tonight. All right, let us know how you get on next day. So how was your Faraday cage, Margarita? Yeah, it works really well. Did you get any 5G me all night? Okay, brilliant. You didn't reply to my text, though, Margarita. I texted you last night.
I've got no 4G, 3G, or 2G.
Yeah, it stopped everything.
Stopped all the G's.
Yeah, all the G's. Got
No
no
more
internet.
Gs.
No, nothing works. Just
more
literally
Gs.
nothing. So so what you do? Yeah, no, I'm going to keep it. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Keeps all the G's out.
Next day. Oh, did you see that group message last? Yeah, it was really funny. I thought you got no 5G out. Yeah, well, yeah, it broke. Faraday cage broke. So
broke on its way out the
I've got
window.
to send it back. It's not me. No, it works fine. But I've got to send it back.
It broke when I threw it out the window.
It's fucking crazy.
But
These
no,
people
honestly,
are off their head.
the problem is the lack of self-awareness. The thing is, if you ask someone about the self-awareness, they go, yeah, I'm pretty self-aware. It's because now you're thinking about your self-awareness.
No. What they say is, I'm woke as fuck.
Yeah.
I am woke.
But no, but I honestly think, like, now, if you're listening and you think about your self-awareness, right? So you're aware that you're a being. I think, therefore I am, as Shakespeare said.
Yep.
When do you stop thinking that organically? How aware are you of yourself all the time?
I don't know. It's quite a deep question.
But that's what, right. So I am.
Yeah.
I've always said I consider myself to be one of the most self-aware people I know. To my detriment, it's not a good thing, to a degree, but it does prevent me from being an idiot.
Right.
Because when I'm about to be an idiot, I go, wait, no, let's not do that.
Let's double check.
That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So having self-awareness, everyone has it. Because if I say to you, have you got self-awareness? All of a sudden you go, have I? Well, I just thought that, so yes, I have.
Right.
But immediately after that, you'll stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
So you become unself-aware again.
Okay.
Until someone says that you're self-aware. Not that anyone does go around saying that. But I think that needs to be an identified thing. How aware of you are you generally in your existence? And if you find that you're not, if there's no little voice inside you saying, I probably shouldn't do this.
Or
probably shouldn't say this.
Or stop. Just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop and think.
Just stop.
Just stop.
Maybe take 3 steps back outside of yourself.
Maybe just not be allowed on the internet.
Maybe that as well.
Maybe there should be like a database.
There should be a test.
Like where, like when you facial recognition on your iPhone. Whenever you want to post anything on Facebook, you should have to go through the recognition software. And if it goes, wait, dickhead alarm, and it just says, sorry, you're not allowed to post, and that's it. It just shuts you down.
Like I always thought phones should have like a drunk setting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Same thing.
So like, are you sure you want to send this text at 2 a.m. to this girl?
Are you sure you want to sound like a dickhead? Yes or no? Tick.
I mean,
yes.
The problem is you're drunk, so you're like, yeah, I do. I really do. We've all been that person. But why are you pressing things?
Just unpairing my phone because the light's quite bright. There we go.
Then.
You didn't have to bring it up. It was fine. I could have just done it on my own. It's quite,
That's fair.
I'm capable.
You are. But self-aware.
Self-aware, see?
But no, I do think that's a thing. And there's definitely like a degree of comfort that comes with being lack of yourself and a lack of that self-awareness.
Oh, if you're, you worry a lot less.
Ignorance
you know what I
is
mean?
bliss,
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to understand. It's like with a lot of celebrities speak about who they're voting for. And I know I do that as well. But I think I don't do it to try and sway people. I try and do it to spread information that I find. Whereas I think if you use a platform to tell people who you vote for, whether I agree with you or not, all you're doing essentially is telling your fans, don't listen to me because I vote this way, or do listen to me because I vote this way, because no one's ever going to change their mind because Taylor Swift told them to vote a certain way.
I mean, you say that.
Do you think they would?
You've just said about people being self-aware.
Yeah.
If you're not sure what to do, and the person that you might be obsessed with, you might wear the same coat as her because she wears it. What's to say you're not going to vote the same way just because she does?
That is true.
Do you know what I mean?
But my point being anyway, is just because you wouldn't do that, don't necessarily listen to people when they say that the world is flat.
I just hope.
Or that aliens built the pyramids.
I just hope and pray that there's more of us than there is of them. That's my only hope for life.
The thing is, they breed a lot faster.
I know, and they fucking shout a lot louder.
Because they're dumb,
as well.
and all they do is fuck. That's all they do. There's no reading going on there.
Should we just talk?
Talk about fucking.
About what? You want to fuck? Okay. Yeah.
But that honestly, like,
caveman mentality.
stupid people breed a lot more
It's terrifying.
Because I haven't got the self-awareness to go, probably shouldn't put my dick in her. Or I probably shouldn't let him put his dick in me.
I've already got 6 kids.
Yeah, you know what I
what's
mean?
another one? I don't see the other 5.
And that's what worries me about the world, is that we're breeding at an alarming rate, and it's the stupid people outbreeding the stupid people.
But then...
They're the smarter people.
But then, like you've just mentioned then about celebrities, you've got fucking Rita Ora in the press recently.
What's she done?
She had her
How many dicks did she suck?
she had a birthday party, middle of lockdown, on the sly. And there was loads of people coming in and out and everything else. And then on the news, there's the police fucking looking through the window.
Why didn't she do what the Kardashians did and went to an island and fought 41
she's
people
out the
out?
way, you know what I mean? But no, and then she went, sorry, I'll pay the fine, my bad. Then today, it's come out that she also, in the middle of lockdown, flew to Egypt, done a private gig for an undisclosed 6-figure sum, flew back, was supposed to isolate for 2 weeks, didn't bother. Nah.
There's a thing.
But she said sorry again.
Oh,
So, you know.
she apologised.
I mean, she means it.
I don't understand
but after
what the problem is.
After she flew back, she encouraged people not to go out.
I want to try and find something.
And stay in and wear your mask.
That's my favourite thing, is after they've been caught, is the insincere apology.
Don't do what I've done.
Don't do anything.
I'm
that I
really
just did.
sorry. Please, just do as you're all told. Then, I'm a Villa fan, as you know. In the paper yesterday, or in the news yesterday, Jack Grealish, Villa player, England player, went to a party with Ross Barkley, also Villa player, down in London. Ross Barkley's birthday party, I think it was.
He's already been fucked, hasn't he? Because he drunk drove.
Yes, in the last lockdown. He
lockdown.
got done for drink
Crashed the
driving.
car.
Went to a party at his mate's flat in the first lockdown. But then something else in the news was a Charlton Athletic player, ladies team.
Can't find it.
She's been sacked from her football team because there was a personal Snapchat story was leaked about her. There was something about she put the dog's feet on the steering wheel when she was driving or something like that.
Whilst the car was in motion.
I think so, yeah. Like the dog was on a lap and she was pretending that the dog was driving. Then there was something, I can't remember the exact. I think it was to do with drugs, possibly balloons, you know, the gas, whatever it is. I could be wrong, but it was something like to alcohol or partying or something like that. She's been sacked, gone. See you later. We don't condone this sort of behaviour.
Do you think that's to make a show of we're doing the right thing from the club?
Yeah, but why hasn't Jack Grealish been sacked?
Because he's more of an asset.
But
it's true, though.
It's 100% true. That's the exact argument.
Because he's worth, I think, 100 million. They've said they're going to put.
That's what I'm saying. So it's okay for him to do it, but because she's not, get rid of her. Fuck it.
Well, it happened with Suarez. So Suarez was.
Let me just double check. I don't want to badmouth the girl.
Yeah. Suarez was not acquitted. He was guilty of racism against Anton Ferdinand, I think. No, that was John Terry who was. No, Patrice Evra.
That's it. Yeah. Called him all sorts of racist names. Yeah.
And he got banned from all footballing activity, everything that is your professional job, so even training, for I think it was 6 months. And Liverpool still kept him when he was at Liverpool. Is that the girl?
Yeah. Madeline Wright.
Right, okay.
Breathing in balloons in celebration and downing champagne at the wheel of her luxury.
She sounds like a hoot.
Her luxurious Very Rover,
Hoot and
whatever
a
the
half.
fuck that means.
But the whole argument was with Suarez, it was like, if he's been banned, because I kept him, they didn't sack him, and everyone was like, you should sack him. But it's like, he's worth, they sold him for 40 million in the summer, which probably should have been way more. But how are you going to sack a commodity because of their actions?
That's it. But
Whereas had he been a youth player,
gone.
100% gone. But at the same time, I understand that. It's not the club's fault. Should they lose 40 million or 100 million, potentially?
Yeah, but ultimately, if that was you at work and in a normal job, and
it depends how expendable you are to the company. Because if you were someone high up, it was like, you know what, we can't lose this person. You probably would get a fine.
I know.
But
It comes down to morals again, doesn't it? And
that
we
was
all
the thing
know
I was
that
trying to find
football-
earlier with Rita Ora and that comment is most fines are almost taxed on poor people. Because if you're rich, you'll pay the fine. What's a parking fine? That isn't a parking fine. That's £25 parking for the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you've got the money.
to park wherever you want.
Yeah,
basically.
you can park wherever you want. It's like, oh, okay, that's how much it costs.
Yeah.
It's a £70 fine. So
Yeah.
that's my ticket. That's my parking ticket today. So, yes, she's been fined. it's not really an issue for her.
No. I think she paid the fine for the restaurant as well. I think that's what the money was for.
Yeah.
Because obviously she's probably talked him into doing it because they wasn't open. So she's talked him into doing it.
But at the same time, you had Dominic Cummings who took his wife to see a castle on her birthday because he wanted to check his eyesight during the first lockdown.
He dropped his kids off.
So was that what it was?
To his grandparents because they were showing symptoms.
No. But he took his wife to a castle on her birthday.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, during the first lockdown.
Weren't that when he took his kids, or was that a different
but he said, I think it was, but he said he drove to the castle on the way to test his eyes were working.
I thought he went to the opticians.
No, he drove to a castle.
Oh.
If I'm wrong, you'll see now.
I'm not sure that's right.
I swear that's true.
I'm sure he went to the opticians.
Search Dominic Cummings Castle.
No, I'm not that bothered.
It definitely happened. But my point is either way that he stepped down now though, hasn't he?
He's quit, hasn't he?
Yeah,
recently.
yeah. Because he had so much shit. There's so many times he broke lockdown rules.
Yeah, I mean...
There's so many other things he did that eventually...
somebody, who was it I was listening to the other day, and I think it was on that round table podcast that you sent me, and they was talking about shit talking the presidents and stuff like that.
It was De Niro, Hanks...
Yeah, I think it was Jamie Foxx he was talking to. He was
Yeah.
saying he was talking to Barack Obama and stuff like that, and people was going, oh, he's fucking done this, and he's bad, and he's this, and he's that. And his answer was... It's a fucking hard job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's...
Oh, because he was on about Bush, wasn't he? And he was saying, like, would you forgive Bush now?
That's right, because Ellen DeGeneres
went to a football game
and, all that, and everyone was going, oh, this is wrong. And she's like, well,
yeah.
Like, they've been friends forever. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like, it's easy for me and you to sit here
That
and
was it.
shit
He
talk
asked
Boris.
him, do you ever shit talk Barack Obama? And he was like, no, because I know how hard his job is.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
that's what I mean. It's easy for me and you to sit here and shit talk Boris. But...
If you said that already, I'm sorry.
Realistically, could I do a better job? Could you do a better job?
Yeah.
Could anybody do a better job?
No, agreed. And
Do you know what I mean?
We don't know the limitations it comes with.
Exactly.
We don't know what they can or can't do.
He's got the hardest job in the world where he's never going to do anything right.
Yeah, well, we had this week
He's never going to win.
because I posted a picture of
Boris watching our podcast,
watching our podcast, and I put, do some work, you prick.
which I didn't agree with.
And you said, he's not a prick.
I don't think it needed that caption.
I think that was a polite caption personally.
I think just the caption alone, without the caption, the picture would have been enough and let people make up their own opinion.
Fair.
But I don't think I would want to do his job.
I do. Okay, I'm not gonna say I feel bad for him, but imagine you've wanted this job your entire life.
Yeah, but like I say,
No, wait, but hear me out, right? You've waited. You've bided your time. Country goes to shit because David Cameron bails. Then Theresa May comes in and you're like, cool, let her take the heat of it. This whole Brexit negotiation, I'll let her do the shitty bit and I'll bide my time. Theresa May's plummeting in national faith and popularity. So you're like, now's my time. And he comes in and he's in for 2 months. And then the biggest pandemic hits.
that's what I'm saying.
That's been a thing for 110 years.
He thought that all he'd have to deal was with the aftermath of Brexit. And most of that's already done.
Yeah, well, we've got, 20 odd days until we're out of Europe.
And then Corona hits.
And France have just said that they're going to do something. I forget now.
But then the world goes to shit and everyone's like, fuck you, Boris, you're shit. And he's like, well, hang on a minute.
I mean, he is shit.
Hold the bus. Like,
no, I don't. The problem is he's been so delayed with his reactions. He contradicts himself. Like, U-turn has now become a fucking joke on the amount of time. It's like the Rashford thing. Marcus Rashford's Manchester United striker, who was stressing that children should have free food, school dinners during half term. And the government said, no, we're not going to fund it. We're not going to approve it.
yeah, but then they also said because we already have in other ways.
So loads of other companies stepped forward, and then they said, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah, because...
And they've done it 3 times now.
But that's only because they'd got, in my opinion, they'd got the best advice and said, well, rather than just give... Because they don't give the kids money. They give it to the parents, right?
Yeah.
So the parents get vouchers. So it's not guaranteed that they're still spending that money on food.
On food, agreed.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But
so it's easy to give somebody who potentially is already in a position that they don't have a lot of money. If all of a sudden you give them free money, there's no guarantee that they're still going to spend that on food.
Agreed, but if they don't spend that on food, whatever they do spend that on, hopefully with most parents and most households, food has come in which may not have been there.
But then that's why they then said, well, we've given to food banks, we've given to other organisations, we've given to charities to help to make sure that they get only food rather than just throwing cash at the problem. I get that,
but I think when they're also kind of like bailing out banks, and they have done in 2008, there was a massive bailout in that recession. The amount of tax cuts they give to Starbucks and Apple and Amazon and other companies, like if those funds were paid as they should be.
Do you know, I don't think they are tax breaks.
They are.
I think they're just good at avoiding paying tax.
Illegally.
No.
Well, legally within the system. Within the system, though. It's like, I can't remember what company it is, but one of them set up a business in Ireland to avoid having to pay tax.
Most of them have.
But isn't that...
eBay, Amazon, Facebook, they've all got Irish
Right, but that's
offices,
what I mean.
Apple.
But why? So you haven't got to pay tax?
Because legally, but legally they're not breaking the law.
But if money's coming out
ethically
of this
and
country,
morally, yes. But legally they're not.
But the law has been set up so they don't have to. That's why that law is there.
Same as Lewis Hamilton and his private jet and everything else. He registered his private jet in the Isle of Man, so he didn't have to pay the tax on it.
Lewis Hamilton is a single human being, right? Who isn't making money. I feel my words are going to be wrong, but he's not making money off this country, right?
No, not directly.
He's independent in his sport.
Yeah.
And he is protecting his investment.
Yeah.
Morally, is it wrong? Yes.
Yeah.
But there's a big difference between him doing what he's doing and Amazon, where people earn money in this country, buy things online, and that tax isn't going back into this country.
No, I agree. It's not ideal.
And that's why it's different. That's why you can't compare Lewis Hamilton with other athletes.
And I think because it's a government-funded, government-allowed way of doing it, it's just as easy for them to change it.
Right.
They set it up in the first place.
Yeah.
But there was all these celebrities, weren't you? Remember Anton Deck and fucking all these people, Jimmy Carr, all paid into this tax scheme thing, and then they all got stung, and then they all had to pay it back and everything else. And they did.
But have you seen, what country was it today? There's one country in the world, I can't remember where the fuck it is now, and they're charging the wealthy, I think it includes 12,000 people, to cover all COVID costs.
That's all it is, 12,000 people.
What country was it?
Is it a dictatorship?
No.
To be able to do that?
That's really going to bug me. I don't remember now. Argentina. It was Argentina.
Right.
So Argentina charging, I think it's the 12,000 people in the top bracket, top percent, they're covering all COVID costs.
Which, again, is probably nothing to them. It's
but
not the old
is it fair? Probably not, but...
Philip Green situation, in it, with Arcadia Group, with all the stores that shut down, half the high streets fucking closing down because Sir Philip Green has had his hand in the till, helped himself, and now 15,000 people are going to be out of profit. Well, you're going to put, 10 billion into to help it out of your fortune. No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, but there's a lot. Yeah, but it's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, I know that, but it's 15,000 people that are going to lose their jobs, and the high street's going to close. And nah, I'm good. Me and my family are all right. So see you later. Thanks for coming. Oh, the pension. No, I've had half of that as well. So
yeah.
Speak to Boris. Boris will help you. And then
that is the problem. I think that's why you can say Boris is having a hard time of it.
That's what I mean, because then it falls to Boris, and he's like, "Well, fuck, I don't want to keep bailing out these companies, but also." He's letting 15,000 people down. So depending on which side of the fence you look at it, fuck me, Boris is bailing out the fat cats again, or Boris is looking after 15,000 people.
I agree, but I think the problem is if you're going to make decisions which affect the entire country, like he said, it was like the week before, the Tuesday before lockdown, second lockdown, he was criticising Labour and Sir Keir Starmer, in Parliament, saying he wants to turn this country to lockdown, he wants this, he wants that, trying to push that negative aspect onto Labour, and then by Sunday we're in lockdown. So you can't stand on a platform on Prime Minister's questions, slag off the opposition for wanting to do something, and then literally 5 days later go, you know what, we have to do that.
Yeah, but people's minds change.
But too often, and good leadership shouldn't have to second guess yourself.
People get advice.
Then take the advice before you make the statement in the first place.
I mean, there is that.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like going back to football, like
lesson learned.
I remember when Fabian Delph was like, "I'm not leaving Villa. I love Villa. They're my favourite club." Blah 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 blah. They give me the captaincy. I'm definitely staying here. 2 days later, he was a Man City player, and everyone's like, "He's a snake."
Ashley Cole.
Well, no,
same thing.
Right, but he just should have kept his mouth shut because your mind can change.
Yeah.
And I get that, but I'm sure he wouldn't do that twice.
No, that's true, isn't it?
And the problem is the government, there's been too many times where, no, we're not going to help. We're not going to bail out that scheme with helping children to eat. And then 2 days later from public pressure, okay, we have to. And you must know that makes you look bad. So by the third time that happens, maybe just go, we're going to have to do it in 3 days anyway.
Let's at least keep our mouth shut.
Yeah. But don't say anything. Rather than saying we can't do it and then going, oh, okay, no, you all shouted at us, so we have to. But it also shows the power that we have.
We've took a turn again, haven't we? We've gone from crazy fucking 5G conspiracy theories to a good 10-minute rant on the government.
Fuck Boris.
Just for, solidarity.
Fuck Boris.
Unfuck Boris. Boris is fine.
Unfuck him so he can fuck himself.
No, stop it.
This message is sponsored by the devil.
What have I pressed there?
What have you pressed? Oh, it's because the volume's down.
Oh, that's okay. This message is not endorsed by...
Something. Archer?
By...
That sounded weird. That sounded like a gaggle of children in another room.
This message is not endorsed by Archer, only the devil. Can we talk about the Monolith?
Yes, that's what I was hoping you'd say.
The Monolith.
I think it's going to end up being an advert for Gillette.
See?
Or something like that.
So last time we left it was... it had been found in Utah.
And that's where it was. That's it. That's where we were.
It was, yes.
And in a week,
that's
gone.
They stole it.
Someone pissed on it.
Well, it disappeared. Nobody knew where it went to begin with. Then the next day or so,
in Romania,
another one appeared on an ancient burial site in Romania.
Yep. Which was a lower budget version.
Yes, it wasn't the best. It wasn't like it was a bit shit. But the day after that disappeared. Gone.
And then
straight away. Then videos was coming out about how the Utah one disappeared and what happened to it and where it went. Then there was another fucking TikTok video that showed the guys stealing it.
Yes.
But
in
then
the back of a pickup truck, right?
But just after that, another one appeared in California on the top of a mountain.
Yes.
Which then immediately got ripped down and replaced with a cross, and people was chanting religious stuff, saying it was the work of the devil and everything else.
It wasn't me.
And then, not this devil. And then
the actual.
I think that's now gone. The cross has now gone as well.
Unless that is me.
And then the Utah guys came out saying. So
there's been 3 now, right?
There's been 3 now.
There's been Utah. There's been Romania. There's been California.
Yeah. But the Utah good old boys have decided that they took it down for the sake of the land.
So loads of tourists won't go in.
They were saying like there's no toilets, there's not even a footpath, there's no litter bins, there's no nothing. So, there's no car park even.
Yeah.
All these people was turning up. This place has been untouched for 4 years. Now all of a sudden, all these people are coming through, leaving their rubbish, destroying the land, everything else. So we've took it down and done our bit. So then there's the whole. Yeah, but it wasn't your place to do it. Yeah, but it wasn't your place to put it there in the first place. There's now a hole in the ground that's been left where the person mounted it in the first place. And there's all these moral arguments going on and on and on. The one in Romania was gone, never to be seen again.
Yep.
That's probably got weighed in. Someone scrapped it. Done. See you later. Because it looked like fucking scrap anyway.
It's Romania. I've been to Romania.
That got scrapped.
You're all lovely people.
And then the California one got, I'd imagine, melted down in some fucking satanic fucking ritual or something like that. I don't know. But... as it stands now, it's now become a meme. And that's what basically we all really wanted.
The thing is, that's kind of what would happen with anything. If Jesus came back within 3 days, he'd be on Oprah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just who we are as people now.
Within a week, he'd be a GIF on WhatsApp.
Like 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Definitely.
Like, he'd be in a show like The Office.
Yeah.
Like, it's what would happen with him.
Everybody welcome Jesus!
Yeah.
We did definitely have him on the podcast.
We would. Absolutely.
Damn right.
Absolutely.
Go for his manager.
Yeah.
We'd be like, Joe. I'd imagine that's
his manager's name.
No, it's his street name. He took his father's name.
Right.
Not God, Joseph.
Right. Yeah, because he's got loads of dads.
That's what I'm saying. So he took he's like, no, don't call me Jesus. Just call me Joe.
Just call me Joe. Just call me Jay.
And I'd imagine
JC.
I'd imagine him being a vegan.
Oh, he would. Well, he turned bread and fish.
He'd be a vegan. He'd be into
a
Peloton.
Multitude in he'd be a pescatarian.
He'd be maybe.
No, because in the Last Supper, the whole thing was that all the supper was he turned water to wine, and there was like a loaf of bread and a fish.
Yeah, but times have changed now.
And
he'd come back as a vegan. He'd be into Peloton. He'd do HIIT, CrossFit.
He would do CrossFit. Jesus would do CrossFit.
He'd be all about the 402.
He'd have like...
is it 402?
He'd have the gowns on, but he'd have sponsorships all over it. You know, like in
Keeping it real for the people.
You know NASCAR where they've got like loads of advertisements on them. He'd be like that. He'd wear a sweatband by Fubar.
Is it 402, the weed?
420.
420.
Oh, is that what you were trying to say?
Yeah, 420.
So, yes, 420.
He'd definitely be, in his Tinder profile, it'd definitely be 420 friendly.
With the leaf.
With the leaf. 402. I think
Emoji.
that's a motorway in the States somewhere. I think it's in LA, the 402.
What else would Jesus be like? He'd be a hipster. He'd be a hipster.
100%. That's not basically what I'm describing.
No, he would. He'd sit in like...
He'd live in San Francisco in a studio loft.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, he would.
That would be him.
Oh my God, he would.
It'd be like a $2 million
He'd have a vlog.
but there'd be nothing in it.
He'd have a vlog.
Because he likes minimalist,
where
man.
he upscaled old furniture.
Renovating with Joe.
He was a carpenter. Like he
was.
like it was in his nature.
Was.
So
he was. The page would be Renovate with Joe.
yes.
And that'd be it. And he'd be like, hey guys.
He'd have a vegan cooking channel.
Be like, hey guys, just got this new 3-piece chest of drawers in. And it was looking a bit sorry for itself, guys. And
he'd have his own range of like sandals.
yes.
But you know how like there's the Michael Jordan symbol, which is like him dunking. And there's like the Bruce Lee one where he's like flying through
Would
the
he
air.
be on the cross?
He'd be on the cross.
Like a T. But if you look closely, it's Jesus on the cross.
Yes. With sandals.
Kanye West, blatant new best mate.
100%.
Yeah.
Crossover.
Yeah.
Featured artist.
Collab.
Collab.
The JC, the JCXKW collab. That's what it would be.
That's exactly what it would be.
Yeah, that's what it would be. He'd be in his robe with
I feel like he'd be on
Yeezys on.
a couple of like Taylor Swift songs as well.
Do you think?
Yeah,
Just doing
Bieber as well.
Casual backing singles, vocals.
Or he'd come and just be like proper happy hardcore.
Just off his face. Could you imagine like a rebel Jesus?
It's been 2,000 years.
Like, I'm fucking getting this shit out of my
I like,
system.
fuck the sandals. Get me some Yeezys.
Get me a vest.
Oh, he'd have a deep V. Like a proper deep
Yeah.
V.
All the way down here?
Yes.
Yeah, proper.
Yeah. And live his
Definitely.
best life and just be, he'd go to Vegas
Hey, dudes.
and hit a club
That'd be him.
and just be dropping E.
Like Dan Bilzerian. But with long hair.
He'd get a super hedge, but in a man bun. Oh my God.
Dan Bilzerian, he'd be like, bitch. And he'd be like, whoa, Dan. Like that. And he'd just turn into like a fucking
He'd
toad
have
or
one of those
something.
Instagrams where he's got loads of followers, but only follows like one random
person. Yeah. And that one person was the homeless guy that he met on the street. Just because he wanted to do something, give something back to the community. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, dude, I feel your pain, bro. I'll follow you back on Instagram.
He'd have a conservatory.
And the guy in the street's like, I don't have an Instagram account. He's like, I've got you, bro. And he sets it up as JC account 2. More JC.
More JC.
More JC. And
Guess
that's
who's
the only
back?
account he follows is his
Back
own
again.
account. That's his only
JC's
account.
back.
It's his
Tell
own.
the
Yeah.
friend.
He follows his own account on Instagram, and that's it. 200 million people follow him, and the only account he follows is More JC.
And there'd be all those like proper hardcore Christians just waiting for him to do something. Like, just do something. We've waited for you like our whole lives. We've studied the scripture.
Just prove it.
We've gone to church. We've had the shitty bread.
Just heal this person.
Just do
Nah,
something.
dude.
And he's just there high as fuck.
Dude,
As
chill.
fuck. With a longboard.
And an old VW camper.
100%. Just like, God, you're such a buzz, dude.
Split screen. But with genuine patina on because, dude, it's natural.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No repaint here.
He would 100% be living his best vegan,
Yeah.
hipster,
He would be that guy.
trashy life.
Yeah, he would be that guy. And then he'd literally just...
And he'd have a harem of bitches.
And he'd do nothing.
like, just fuck.
He's like, look,
He would just
I've
fucking
already
be
changed the
high.
world once, dude. I'm not doing it again.
You misread every single message in the Bible.
And that's
so,
it. Imagine the
fuck you.
furore when they all go back for the Bible and look at it differently.
He'd be on permanent Rumspringa. That would be it.
Just seeing what it's like, dudes.
Like the whole time.
JC, it's been 10 years. Yeah, but dude.
Yeah. At that point, he's got cornrows.
With the little beads in the back.
And just loads of jewellery.
Yeah.
Just jewellery everywhere. But like of himself, everything's a crucifix.
On brand all the time.
Yes. Constantly on brand. Constantly on brand.
I'd just like to thank my sponsors. For this. On
Yeezy
Instagram every
sandals.
day. On every Instagram every day. Can we all just take a second to just stop and contemplate and thank Manscaped 2.0 for shaving my balls? That's what he'd be like.
Oh, he'd have a crucifix
Oh,
Bikini
come
line?
on now. Bikini line.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to call it for a dude. What's the correct terminology? Okay, he'd manscape a crucifix
He would
in.
manscape the shit out of himself.
He really would.
Have we started talking about Jesus again?
I don't know.
This has got to stop.
He's constantly on topic.
We're going to get smited,
We are.
aren't we?
But yeah. There was that thing, I'm going to tell this really badly. Do you know about Sodom and Gomorrah?
Who?
Sodom and Gomorrah.
No.
So Sodom and Gomorrah were two towns in old...
I thought it was one person.
No.
Okay.
So there were two places in, I think it was, no, it couldn't have been Palestine. Either way, Bible times, Old Testament, Fire and Brimstone Testament.
So they're not like around anymore.
No, so, okay, I'm going to try and tell this right.
Oh no, go on.
So there was a lot of butt fucking going on in Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what sodomy is?
No, well, that was my first thought, but I didn't want to
so
mention it.
There's
Yeah.
just a lot of butt fucking going on.
Right. Okay.
Like too much.
Just in general.
Just too much.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people, it's like, you gotta get to work.
like-
I'm butt fucking right now.
Just give it a break.
So there was a lot of butt fucking going on.
Have a
And
day
God-
off.
And God's like, you know what? Y'all are too much butt fucking going on here.
Y'all?
Y'all.
Okay. Got from Texas now. Right.
Oh my God. Right, so there's too much butt fucking going on.
Okay. Y'all better stop that shit.
So
God damn.
he speaks to,
Yeah.
there was Lot and Job. They were brothers.
Who?
Lot
Okay.
and Job.
Is this a real thing?
Yeah, it's in the Bible.
Are you telling another story? Is this like the Christmas thing?
Apparently, it's another
Right.
thing.
Okay.
So there's Lot and Job.
As you can tell, our podcast had never planned.
Not at all.
Carry on.
That's why I said at the start, it's going to be a serious one for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It probably got to about 35.
Yeah.
So he tells Lot, I'm going to say Lot, it might have been Job, but he tells Lot, look, I've got to kill you all because everyone's butt fucking.
Right. This is Jesus.
No, this is God.
Oh, okay.
Jesus hasn't been a thing yet.
Right.
And he's like, look, just don't kill all of us. Just find one just man.
Look, King Buttfucker.
Like, just, no.
Oh.
A guy who's not but fucking.
Oh, okay. Right.
Just one man who has a true,
Who's a good guy?
who's a good guy.
Non-Buttfucker.
None but fucking.
Right. Okay.
So God's like, cool, let's find out.
Okay.
So he sends down two angels
Right.
and they're going to check, make sure there's one good human to save these towns. When they arrive, word in the street is that Lot's got two people in his house. So they all go to fuck them. So everyone,
What?
man, woman, and child, come to this house, knock on the door, and he's like, oh, how's it going? He's like, we've come to fuck your guests.
These are the angels.
So the guests are the angels.
Right.
Everyone in the town has come. They don't know they're angels. They just know there's two random people there. And they're like, we want to fuck your guests. And he's like, oh, can you not? Like, they're out of town. It's the first time here.
They're not into this whole.
Can you not all, please, have my daughters
Okay.
and do what you will with them,
Leave the angels alone.
but leave the guests.
Right.
And they're like, we don't want your daughters. Give us the guests. So he's like, no, he shuts the door. Angels are pissed off. Tell God. So God strikes everyone blind.
Right.
So everyone now is blind.
Harsh, but okay.
But they're still trying to fuck the angels. So they're just
Okay.
walking
Feeling
around,
their way around.
feeling their way
Yeah,
around, trying
yeah.
to fuck the angels. And at this point, God's like, you know what? No, I'm done. There's no good people here. To the point they tried to butt rape my two angels. So he's like, look, I'm going to kill everyone. This is it. It's over. I'm killing everyone. So the angels are like, look, we have to go because God's about to do his thing.
Okay.
Biblically.
Right.
So they leave.
Right.
And he's like,
The
don't-
angels.
Yeah, with the
Right.
family. So
Right.
with him and his family.
Right.
Don't take anything. You haven't got time.
Yeah.
Don't look back.
Yeah.
There's no time.
Okay.
But his wife, she doesn't want to leave.
Okay.
So when they're running away and God starts firing down
Death.
death,
Yeah. Yeah.
she looks back
Oh no.
and turns it to stone.
Right.
That stone's still there. There's a rock that people think
It was a person.
was a woman. Was
What?
the wife. But the rest of them get away. But everyone else, Sodom and Gomorrah, destroyed.
Except for this one rock.
Except for this one rock.
That'll teach them.
Don't-
Look what could have happened.
yeah.
People are fucking weird, aren't they? Does it even look like a person?
No.
It's just literally a rock.
Well, it'll be on screen. So if you're looking at it, you'll see it just looks like a rock. But that's in the Bible.
But this full circle. Somebody at some point told somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
See that rock there?
Yeah.
You know what happened to that?
Yep.
Oh, no, tell me what. Wow. Go for the whole butt fucking story. Shit, really?
Yes.
That was a person.
Was a person.
Fuck.
Was Job's wife.
Then he goes off and tells someone else, what? That's just a rock. No, it's not. Listen to this shit. No fucking way. Next minute, the rock's a fucking thing.
The rock.
Not that rock.
No, that rock.
This other rock, the lady rock. And now, you've just told this story to tens of people.
Tens of millions.
And now all these people are going to be looking at that rock going, that was a person.
That was a person who just had a bit of longing and didn't want to leave her home.
Look back, now
And
she's
looked
a
back
piece of stone.
wistfully and now she's stone.
And now how many millions of people
Because
believe
God
that
was just
story?
like burning all these people. Well, anyone that says they believe the Bible, if you say you believe in Jesus, you're also saying you believe in that.
Every single story
You can't
in
be
the
like,
Bible.
I only believe in that bit.
No, it's true.
You know what I mean? If you
true.
believe in God
Yeah.
and the devil and Jesus and his
Heaven and hell and
his harem of disciples,
Yeah. You
then
believe
you
that
also
that rock
believe in that.
was a person at some point.
Was a person. The
People
rock.
are fucking stupid.
They really
man.
are.
People are fucking stupid. I haven't got children.
Same.
I don't know if I want any children. Mainly for this reason.
Yeah.
Like I'm struggling with life right now in terms of the fucking stupidity and the idiots and the just downright fucking mentalness that's going on in this world.
The thing is, you do engage.
I do.
I used to. I've stopped now.
I know. I need to stop.
You know what helps? Write it out, honestly, and just think, do I want to ruin my day? Because that's what you're doing.
I mean, I'm not because
Not ruin your day.
it doesn't ruin the day. It
It's
wastes a lot of my day.
How much energy do you want to invest in this conversation?
It wastes a lot of my day.
Because honestly, I think I did it like 2 days ago. I know I've said it on the podcast before where it happened that day as well, where I'll write something out and it's almost like the act of writing it gets it out of my system. So I just delete it. Because I know if I press enter, if I press send, that's my day.
And then I had a big argument with a guy. Not an argument. It was a discussion for like 4 hours on Facebook. There's some big satellite in Puerto Rico. That's basically collapsed on itself. It's all fell apart.
Wait, what was it?
It's the NASA's near orbit detection satellite.
Right, okay.
And they used it to search for extraterrestrial life also, apparently. And it's like the biggest satellite in the world. You know, the big fucking big... I think it was in a couple of films, like James Bond and all
I just
that
want to
sort of
reference. We'll carry on talking about this, but about the spacecraft that came into the world.
Yeah, that's bullshit as well. So,
had alien.
so this satellite had got big cables across it and all this sort of stuff. But because it's in Puerto Rico, I imagine they don't have the best maintenance schedule and materials. And there's been multiple reports of this thing falling into disrepair because the landscape, it's in the middle of the jungle and all the jungle's overgrowing it and they can't afford the upkeep of it and everything else. Anyway, a couple of cables snapped a few months ago. These big cables snapped, all the things have fell on it and there's a massive, basically it's almost split it in half.
Up on a hill?
I don't know, I can't remember. It's been a couple of, I think it was in James Bond and a couple of other films. But anyway, it's fucked, basically. So this guy on Facebook posts up going, so in 2020... the biggest satellite in the world that helps look for extraterrestrial life just happens to accidentally fall apart.
It's aliens.
Righto. And I'm like, well, yeah, because it was old as fuck and it was falling
Had
apart.
zero maintenance.
That's why. God, you got such tunnel vision. I mean, not really. I mean, if you read the article that you shared, there's quite a few points in there.
Oh, was it headline reader?
No.
Headline
and then
reader.
when I copy and pasted that section and basically went, I'm pretty sure this is probably why it collapsed. Because it states in the article that a few months ago, various bits fell apart. They couldn't afford to fix it. It was inevitable that it was going to happen.
Yeah.
They actually say it was just a matter of time. I don't get why you're copy and pasting this article because you're just using it as a pointless argument.
What, the facts?
I'm like, yeah, but it's only fact because it's written down. Why are you believing everything you write down? And I'm like, well, what fucking else have I got to believe? Like...
the information I received.
I was like, so you telling me that you send your kids to school and go, don't fucking read that because it might not be true. Okay, so how do I learn? I'll tell you. Well, how do you know? Because I'm world wise. Yeah, but you learned as well. Yeah, but I'm woke now. So I know what happened. So what happened? I don't know.
Hashtag woke.
Because all he kept saying was, and I was like, well, he's like, I'm just trying to ignite thoughts. I'm like, well, they're my thoughts. It fell apart because it was old as fuck.
Yeah.
End of.
Yeah.
And I can prove that to an extent because there's various
Based on
reports.
the information that they've given.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not only in that article, I only used that article because it was there.
Yeah. Search it by any other means, and that's the
And
information
there's
you're going to find.
more articles
Yeah.
that bolster my opinion of why it happened. I can't categorically say, but what's your opinion? Well, I've got an opinion. I'm just igniting thoughts.
Well, not only that, but you've based yours on the information. He said, yeah, but it's 2020, so aliens.
That's what he did. No, it was the whole...
Based on what? It's 2020?
It was the whole accidentally, air quotes, that got me. I'm like, well, if you break it down and you really want to get technical about it, it was an accident.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
Well,
because it wasn't on purpose.
Right.
But that was his point. Well, it was. All right, and well, why was it? Well, I'm not here to discuss that. I'm here to just
Disprove
say it might have been an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I am here to say that it wasn't, and here's my proof as to why, or my reasons as to why it's not an accident, or it was an accident, this is why it happened. Yeah, but I'm not here to argue with that. Look, so what's the fucking point? So what, you've just posted...
Did you post? So he posted it?
He just posted it on Facebook and then just put righto, lol.
But here's the thing, right? At the end of that conversation or that interaction, he still thinks it's aliens, right? So
Yeah.
just walk away.
Well, I did in the end. I was like, this is a pointless conversation. He's like, yeah, you're right, innit? I'm like, again, we're going to disagree.
Can't argue stupid.
We're going to disagree on
You
the
can't-
The
you
thing is, he's
cannot-
not fucking stupid.
I mean, he is. He thinks aliens.
He's got his own business. He's a fucking
Doesn't mean he's not stupid.
computer programmer. He's got an internet media company. Oh, he's like fucking
Okay.
proper clever.
Stupid is probably okay. That's the self-awareness again.
I
Just
think
that's
it's-
common sense.
I just think it's in certain people's nature to just want to disagree with certain things.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that. Like,
No, it is.
and that's why you will never ever win an argument because
with those people.
they will never ever change their mind. Ever. It doesn't matter how much proof.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, like with the vaccine, it doesn't matter how much information you throw at them and say, this shit is legit because of X, Y, and Z. Yeah, but I don't believe it. There's no argument for I don't believe it, is there?
There really isn't.
There isn't.
And that's if it's like if you said to me like I don't believe in God, and you said you do believe in God, and I said prove he exists, then all you have to say prove he doesn't. You know what I mean? You can't prove something doesn't exist because it doesn't exist.
But there's a book written about it. Yeah,
there's a book
but there's
written about Harry
no
Potter.
proof of anything other than in that book.
But that's what I mean.
That's
So
it.
if your argument is the same as saying like I can prove the world is round, it's like, or prove it's flat. It's like, but that'll be the whole. No, sorry, I've said that wrong. If you say the world isn't flat, it's like, well, prove it's round. Well, there is proof. That's not the proof I want.
No, yeah, but I don't believe
that's
that.
not
I
the-
don't believe them scientists.
Yeah.
They're part of the big agenda, and then you just go down that fucking wormhole, and it's like, whatever, man.
So that's why now I either delete them or just type it out.
I
and
need
then
to-
go and delete it, and then carry on with the rest of my life.
I think 2021 will be New Year, New Me.
I've
And
got
I think,
this. I love new. I've always
I think
been.
I need to.
I fully support. I've never been a New Year, New Me person. Just because I've never been at a point on a new year where I've needed to reevaluate myself that much. But I'm sure it's happened at other points in my life where I've been like, you know what, let's change some shit.
I think I need to do that.
If you need to New Year, New Me you,
Do it.
then your goal is to be better.
Yeah.
So
Self-awareness.
I don't give a fuck what anyone says. If it's a cliche, it's a cliche for a reason.
Self-awareness.
You're
You're aware enough of your downfalls and your
Right. That you want to
shortcomings
better it.
that you want to be a different person.
So if you want to be better and you want to say New Year, New You, I hope you find that new you.
Me too.
And I hope they're fucking awesome.
be that guy. There's
Be
nothing
that
wrong with
guy
that guy.
or that girl.
There's nothing wrong with that guy whatsoever.
There's not.
Can we stop posting pictures of the gym in 2021, please?
You know what? If you want to post a picture of your gym, do it. Just make it more arty. That's all I will say. Do something with it.
Yeah, it's not your ass going
Yeah.
up and down. Like, there's more to the gym than me watching you do squats.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, don't. No, the gym pictures are fine. Ignore it. We'll cut that bit out. Unless your name's Dave. I don't want to see that
Right,
shit.
okay.
But no, it just seems like
I just think everyone, because the thing is, next year's going to be shit. Just so we know, going into it now, for anyone going, 2020 is nearly
Newsflash.
over, it's going to be shit.
Newsflash, it's pretty much going to be a lot of the same.
It's right, no, the 1st of January. It's not like, cool, everything's back to normal.
No.
Bars are open till 4 a.m. Go and lick every single person you find.
No,
It's going to suck.
Yeah.
Right? But go into it, it's going to be a tough year.
but it's going to get better.
It's going to get better.
There is now for most of us, light at the end of that tunnel. For us,
Rational.
pro-vaxxers, there is a light at the end of that tunnel. For all you anti-vaxxers, fucking strap
Or even
in.
if there's not, even if there was no vaccination, even if you find that turns everyone into a lizard, then just make the best of that. Just whatever happens.
If we're all lizards, we're all lizards.
Whatever happens. I honestly we live in a beautiful fucking world.
I think possibly if it did turn us into a lizard, would that make you a better person?
Well, it make you a lizard. So are you a person if you're a
but
lizard?
would you be full lizard or would you be like a person with lizard?
This goes back to Chicken Man.
That's what I'm saying. How would it would you be like with like that tongue where you can smell shit with it?
I mean,
and a sick tail
I'd take the tongue. If that was the only thing.
and spikes down your back. I'm down.
I don't want the spikes.
Why?
Because I feel like
You could like put highlights on them. You could like spray
I mean, I don't
paint
want
it.
to, but now that
You know what I mean?
you can accessorize them.
Exactly. You can modify. You know what I mean? There's no one stopping you.
Game changer.
You're a fucking lizard.
Okay, so you're a lizard person. You're a lizard man. Or
Yeah.
a man lizard.
Yeah.
Lizard man first.
Yeah. I want the tongue. I want that bit
I want the 2 sets of eyes.
where you can look different ways.
Yeah, but you can blink and then blink.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the double eyelids.
Double eyelids.
Double
I want
eyelids,
that
okay.
because you can wink at someone.
Yeah. Doubly.
Double wink if
Double
they're hot.
wink.
If they're like super hot.
Quadruple wink.
If they've got that ass.
Yeah.
All the winks.
Yeah.
Right, you're just blinking now.
I know.
The tail.
I'm down.
It's impractical. I have to cut a hole in my car seat.
You fold it to the side. Took it between your legs like RuPaul.
I'm 6'4", as it, well, 6'3" as it is. Like driving's, I'm fully extended in my car.
Listen, if
I
RuPaul can
haven't
tuck
got-
his whacker away, you can deal with the fucking tail.
I don't know how big RuPaul's
The man's made a fucking
whacker
career
is.
out of it,
Well,
so
true.
he's been doing it for
But
many
it's at the
fucking
front.
years.
That's what I'm saying. The tail's behind you, so I'm
You
gonna
sit
have
to the
cut
side a
hole
little
in
bit.
the-
Stop being awkward. Fucking, you're already moaning about being a lizard
I'm
person.
not moaning. I'm just, if it's selective, all I want is a tongue. That's it. Please don't ask me why.
I don't think when you take the vaccine, you'll ask you to tick which box of lizard parts you want. I don't think that's going to be a thing.
Oh, and I'll take. Is it lizards that have like the growing back limbs? Like if you cut a tail off, it comes back. Is that like a certain strain?
Some of them, I think, yeah.
I want that. So if I lose a limb, if I lose a leg,
Imagine if we go, if this vaccine comes out now and you go in, you just sign this form. Name, address, yep, no problem. Next to kin, yep, no problem. What's this bit about lizard parts? Oh, no, well, it's just, in a couple of the trials.
just in case.
There was a thing where somebody, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but a couple of people kind of grew extra limbs and lost or gained parts that potentially maybe.
Isn't that in like Spider-Man? What's that? Doc Ock.
I don't know.
Yeah, in Spider-Man, like in the Amazing Spider-Man film with Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
I can't remember what his name is now. He's a blonde guy, Welsh.
This better be a good story to ruin my.
He becomes
I
Lizard
think I know what you
Man.
mean with loads of arms. No, that's a different Spider-Man
That's Doc Ock.
because it's octopus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, who am I thinking of?
Don't know.
Lizard Man is a thing.
Probably his name, Lizard Man.
Probably is Lizard Man.
But yeah, I would.
John Lizard.
I would want to tick the boxes to select which parts I want.
So what parts do you want?
I want the tail. I'm going to be honest.
I don't get why you want the tail.
Why would you not want a tail?
Because it's just, your balance is all right as it is. Like they have tail for balance.
Just think if you're a bit tired, you go, just lean back on your tail. It's like a seat all the time.
Game changer.
You don't think
Game changer.
properly.
I do.
You do the headline thing. You go tail, awkward, done.
No, because
That's as far as your thought process goes.
I'm not. I'm trying to think about how I can incorporate it into certain things.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Think bigger picture. You've now got one out the front and out the back. Never had that before. You know what I mean? You can do the dance. The lying down pants dance.
I love our podcast so much.
Double winking at people as you do it. You know what I mean? With your four eyelids.
Yeah.
Think about it. You've got some sick ass
I
fucking
don't
spikes on your back.
I don't want the tail. I just want the tongue. I just want the tongue.
You know the tongue's only good for sniffing stuff. You know that.
What?
That's what lizards' tongues do. They sniff with them. They don't have a nose.
What? What?
Same as snakes. That's what snakes flick their tongue out all the time for. It's because they're sniffing.
What are the two holes for?
Breathing. They're not for sniffing.
So wait, if I have a tongue as a lizard, if I have a lizard tongue,
Hmm.
I can't lick.
You can still use it to lick. That's the fridge. You can still,
Oh. Get the shit out of me then.
you can still use it to
I
lick.
thought it was in my head.
You can still use it to lick, but it will smell extra strong because it's a sniffing tongue.
I mean, you're only going to lick after shower at that point. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
what. That's
hygiene
what
becomes a
amphibious
necessity.
tongues are usually for.
Right, okay.
Majority of the time is to taste. Or reptiles. Is snakes a reptile?
Yeah, it's a reptile.
So it might be a reptilian thing then.
What's the other one?
What other one?
If it's not a reptile, what is it?
You've got
Amphibian?
amphibian.
Is that fish?
I think they're lizards. I don't know.
Why have I gone so stupid all of a sudden?
I don't know. Don't worry about it. But snake's tongue sniff. That's all I know. Okay. I don't know if lizards.
Stan attack.
I don't know.
That?
I don't know if all lizards' tongues sniff, but I'm thinking if I was a lizard, I'd want the forked tongue like a snake, and I know that snake's tongue
We
sniff.
need a specialist on lizards.
I mean, we don't.
We don't. We
Because
don't need a
I'm
full
pretty
podcast.
sure that fucking expert would leave here more stupid than what he
What got
arrived.
us talking about lizards?
Lizard people, the COVID vaccine.
Oh, that was it. That's where we were.
Yeah, you know, the
right.
usual
Okay.
shit.
So, going in summary,
There is no. We don't need to summarise shit. We just end it there. Have you done? See you next week.
we're not going to turn to lizard people. Oh man.
That's it. Done.
I think we're done.
We are done.
I think that's
There's
it.
no point trying to better that.
Can we just talk about your drink?
No.
No, you always say whenever we're done, we're never done. It's my fault. We're always editing.
We're done now, except for this part.
We're wrapping up. We're coming to the end. Do you want to tell them about your newfound discovery love of tequila?
I now drink tequila with pineapple juice and a fresh lime because I've seen The Rock drinking it.
You
on his
made
Instagram
me one.
party.
Like, what day was it? Monday or something. You made me one. I was pretty drunk at the end of it. I'm not going to lie.
Blows your mind. And now I found the gold tequila. It's even fucking better. Oh, man. The gold tequila is way better than the silver one. The silver one's a bit
You're
like...
not particularly a drinker either.
No, the silver one's like 18 in a club shots.
Honestly, I've cried so much for like 20 minutes. It's
Whereas the
ridiculous.
gold tequila's like an adult version. It's
Right.
smooth and nice. Pineapple juice, lime. It's the new bay.
You know the rule.
Bye, everybody. Please subscribe if you've made it to the end. Good luck.
Do that, yeah.
Like, subscribe, comment,
Tell your friends if you enjoy it.
share the
Share.
podcast, and share the YouTube video. Look out for each other.
Peace.
Peace and love.
Love.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye.